Hey folks, this is Waylon. Under the category of things I wish I understood 10, 20 years ago is plastic. I've always been kind of anti-plastic and trying to be plastic light, and I don't fill up a trash can. It takes me 6 months to do so. I've been like that for many years. But even 10 years ago, I didn't understand that like 90% of modern clothing is made out of plastic. Poly equals plastic. So this is plastic. The only reason I'm still wearing it, knowing all that I do about endocrine disruptors and, how awful this is, be in landfill. It can never really be recycled. Recycling is a lie pushed on us by plastic companies. That's not just a progressive line. I'm all for personal responsibility, but plastic recycling almost never happens. It's super toxic. You have to heat it and melt it. The fumes, would kill someone. And then it can only be recycled once because it degrades generally. So, poly plastic, that's something I wish I knew. And then, I'm a huge fan of my local farmers market. I've been talking with them for years. I swear to God, like through different directors, like at least 10 years. I try to support local. I love the farmers market experience, but there's so much single-use plastic happening there. And, this is not to blame them. They're amazing. They're trying. But, there's thousands of plastic bags being passed out by vendors. Even when the farmers market used to pay 50% for compostable, bags that you'd put your veggies in or whatever. News alert, you don't need to put your veggies in plastic bags. You can bring your own bag. Half the time you don't even need a bag. You'd put them in a basket. But now it's all plastic again. So anyway, I'm just sort of depressed and frustrated about this. We're literally drowning ourselves, like our own selves, our children who are developmentally sensitive, in plastic and endocrine disruptors. We're seeing fertility drop all over the world. We're seeing cancer rates rising. None of this is a coincidence. The second thing I wish I had understood is that plastic is fossil fuels, is climate crisis. It's directly killing millions and millions of animals every year. Birds eat it, fish eat it, bears eat it, whales eat it. They feel full, but they're starving to death. And we eat it, obviously. We're eating a credit card worth of plastic a week. I'm eating far less. Most of you are eating far more based on your diets. Anytime you're eating at a restaurant or whatever at home, you go to an organic farm and it's buried in plastic weed barriers. And then, indirectly, we're killing billions of animals and we're killing our entire planet through plastic and fossil fuels. So, this is one of the things I find depressing about this modern era. There's obviously been a lot of progress. A lot of that progress is being rolled back right now around women's rights, around equity. But plastic is one area where we're backsliding. Climate crisis is one area where we're backsliding. We're actively destroying our planet for convenience. And I would say probably 95% of my own friends in the so-called eco Boulder, Colorado, where I live, casually get to-go cups. Coffee to-go cups are plastic lined. Tin cans are plastic lined. And plastic isn't one thing. Plastic often has, 18, like I interviewed the owners of Eden Foods and Amy's who are doing, no BPA back before it was cool. And they, off the record, I think I can say it now because it's like 15 years later, off the record, they were like, look, BPA is just one of like 18 different kinds of plastic that line these tin cans. The other 17 haven't even been tested. They're probably worse. So this isn't about being perfect. This isn't about being uptight, but it is about caring. And I think, caring like for your children, for our planet, for animals, means you're willing to feel pain and sadness when things aren't going your way, because that is, the root of empathy and the root of change and the root of any kind of positive activism that ever happens. That can be applied to the war crimes that are happening right now in Palestine. That can be applied to the war crimes perpetrated by Hamas. There's no equivalency I'm saying there, but we can look at any injustice, the Tibetans, the Uyghurs. There's other genocides that TikTokers forget to care about. So caring, being willing to feel sad, but it can also lead to joy, to community, and to positive change, and to saving this planet for future generations. I think this is the first generation where we actually know we're destroying the future for all future generations. Future joy, future falling in love, future success, future community. And yet we're not changing our own actions quickly enough. So I hope you care. I'm going to keep on caring. Winnie's going to keep on caring and having a great time. And I send my best to all of you.